Well, first off, I was alumni of Bishop David in the class of '74, which migrated into Holy Cross. Um, Looked at the area that we lived in, what schools were available, and it was a no-brainer to send my kids over here because I have a son and a daughter, which the coeducation fit really well for our family. So,
And tell me about a little bit more about coeducation. What is it about having both male and female at a school that you think is important?
well, let's face it, our whole lives were mixing and mingling with both sexes at the time throughout our whole lifespan, from youth to when we become senior citizens. Even in the workforce, we're mixing and mingling with men and women all day long, and I really didn't see that was much of a problem. However, when I was at Bishop David, it was all male. I really haven't seen too much of a difference in the coeducational atmosphere at Holy Cross versus what I experienced at Bishop David, other than there weren't any girls around. They all seem to thrive well, and they all get along and communicate very well in the school. I have been nothing but very pleased about what I've seen with the coeducational atmosphere.
And tell me about the education that you think your students receive, your children receive at Holy Cross.
What kind of
Tell me about the quality of education.
Oh, the quality of education. Look at the curriculum. Even when we were evaluating the schools, trying to figure out where we were going to send our kids to high school. Looking at Holy Cross, their core curriculum being a college prep school, that was an immediate magnet to what we want to look for, because we wanted to send our kids to college, obviously. With the teachers, instructors, and the management of this school, from the president, Tim Y, to Daniel Wiegand, the principal, the structure for classes, course curriculum, and again, the college prep school, in addition to the discipline and system that you have to conform to here under tight guidelines, were the things that really brought us to making a decision to come to Holy Cross for our kids.
Now, you said you have what are the ages of your children again?
My son's going to be a senior, and my daughter is going to be a sophomore.
So how have you seen, as far as them developing as human beings, how has Holy Cross made a difference in their personal development?
Well, first off, I think the sports program, as competitive as it is, and the unity that comes from that has brought my son, who's kind of been a quiet individual, very laid back, brought him to the forefront. Now he's more vocal, more leadership qualities. I see that coming out in him every day. My daughter, probably a little bit similar situation, but she's developing and evolving as well. Just the nature of our programs here, from academics to the sports programs to their clubs and different teams, from math teams to competitive nature, I guess, of the school has brought a lot out of my children. And of course, the maturity and age and growing all together from their youth years to their high school years, the evolution has presented itself with the atmosphere here to bring them more to the forefront, be more vocal, more leadership qualities coming out in them.
You know, this is not one of the questions on here, but it's something that I always think is interesting. You know, when a child is 13, 14 years old and they're asked to make this decision about where they're going to school, as a parent, do you feel as though really more parents need to get involved in, are kids really okay about making the decision, or does parental guidance really need to come into play?
I think it involves both, really, to be honest with you. Kids got to enjoy where they want to school. If they hated it, they're not going to enjoy where they're at, and it's not going to be a pleasant situation. And two, hey, we are parents. We do try to guide our kids in the right way. If we feel like we're putting our kid in a situation where there's a no-win situation, let's say the school's huge and kid doesn't have much of a way of opportunities, I think that's where a parent steps in and says, well, maybe we were able to think this, look another direction, because my kids here have thrived in an environment where they've got an opportunity to do a lot of things, from athletics to academic competitions and things like that. So I think that is extremely important from the parental guidance and evaluating, along with your children, where they want to go to school.
And what is it that you feel makes Holy Cross a special place?
Now, it's kind of cliche, but I think the instructors here are top notch. The management, the way it's been organized, the course curriculum, I think they've got a lot to offer. And again, I revert back to the preps, the college prep school situation. We obviously want our kids to go to college, and that I think there's the development of those programs and the way they steer our children in the course curriculum they offer for the different class levels presents a case to for your kids to get on, move on to college and be prepared for it. There's one particular teacher here that they said that her English classes are so tough here that college English is a breeze.
Well,
So
there you go.
there's a lot to be said for the faculty and the management of the school.
Yeah. So what would you say to prospective parents who are thinking about sending their child maybe to Holy Cross, maybe someplace else?
Well, I can only back to my experience. It's been a great experience. My son's a senior, and in his last year here, my daughter is a sophomore. They've had plenty of opportunities to do a lot of things, from athletics to starting a club. My son was the instrumental leader in starting the archery club here. So along with an instructor who was willing to support him in that efforts, they started their archery club. So there's not a lot that they hold you back. If there's something a young man or a woman wants to do and would like to get involved with, they are more than happy to search the faculty and see if anybody's willing to step forth and sponsor that club, organization, or what have you. I can only speak for my kids in sports. My daughter plays 2 sports. My son plays 2 sports. And the coaching staffs here are very good. I mean, they're dedicated. I can't say enough about the athletic programs and other programs here at the school. So I think someone taking a hard look at the school, the leadership qualities of the faculty and the coaches, it's very strong. And I think once people realize that, just when we come out here and host the CSAA baseball program here, people from around the city, the Catholic school kids come out here and they realize what facilities we have here. Mm-hmm. And the coaching staff is another complement on top of what we have here as far as facilities. So it's for a person looking at a school, they take a hard look here and the opportunities that present themselves versus larger schools. There's more opportunities here for a person to grow, excel in whatever athletic or academic venue they want to go into. So I've been tickled to death with with what we've had to offer here our kids.
Very good. All right, that's perfect. I was making notes in this when you were saying things that I want to make sure we include. That's what I was looking at. And so Tammy Thompson, you're gonna look just right at me.
Okay.
Okay.
Ignore that.
Here,
Okay.
I know, sorry. All right. So first of all, why did you choose to send your children to Holy Cross?
We did think long and hard about our choice because we have 4 kids, and I teach at a Catholic school. My husband works for a Presbyterian church, but it was the right thing to do. After doing some research and looking around, we felt like our kids would get a good quality education, and we felt like the kids would be comfortable here and get a good spiritual education as well.
So you may have just answered this, but why public versus Catholic in this situation?
Raising teenagers is hard. Like I said, I have 4. The Catholic education that they get is so important, I think, to them developing from a young adult or from a teenager into a young adult. The retreats that they do, the service hours they do, and the community has just, I think, helps them to develop into good young adults.
I think you're right. Tell me about what you think makes Holy Cross a really special place.
Well, I went to school at Angel Mercy and then started at Holy Cross my junior year. My younger sister and 2 brothers went here. So it's home. It's where we've gone. It's a small community. The president and the principal know my husband and I by name. They know which kids are ours. And I think that's true of everybody who goes to school here.
me just tell you too, sometimes I might make little notes, so don't think I'm ignoring
Okay.
you. It's like, when you say something I like, I look down. All right, so then here's the next question. Co-educational versus an all-male or all-female Catholic school. Tell me about why co-educational works for your family.
I think it mirrors real life. They're going to go off to college and be in situations with males and females. I want them to develop friendships with members of the opposite sex and learn how to handle those relationships. One of my best friends growing up was a guy, and I treasure that, and I want them to have those same opportunities.
It's really nice. And so you're a school teacher.
Yes.
So what can you tell us about the quality of education here at Holy Cross?
Well, I had one who just graduated and one who will be a junior, and they both have been in the Excel program, and they work. They've worked hard to make their A's and B's, and I feel like they're being challenged. I think Ms. Wigant and the administration and the staff are working hard to keep up with technology and keep things moving in the right direction, and I think they're going to be well prepared for college.
And then, so you've had a child come all the way through here, but tell me about, just in general, how do you think Holy Cross helped him to develop as a human being, personally, not necessarily the academics, but as a person?
My oldest son is very competitive. He runs cross country and track. But the teachers and the staff here, they treated him like one of the other kids, and they helped him to stay grounded and to learn to appreciate the truly important things in life, and to stay focused on the big picture. So, and I greatly appreciate it because it's been hard sometimes to keep him focused and grounded and, you know, keep his head on tight, and the teachers have really helped us, and they have supported him and us 110%. It's really been a nice thing.
Does the faculty know, because of the size here, does the faculty know every student pretty well?
I would say yes. They've known my kids well. I feel comfortable talking to them if I have a concern. My kids feel comfortable going and talking to the teachers. So I would say yes, definitely.
And because it's a smaller population, the teachers have time for that?
Yes, they meet with them after school if they need to. They can come before school. You know, the door is always open is how I feel.
And what would you tell a prospective parent who's out there, their child has shadowed all the different schools, and now, you know, at some point, you can't really leave it just up to a 13, 14
Right.
year old. At least that's my idea, that's my philosophy.
Mhm.
What would you tell a parent about this school and why this would be a good choice?
I honestly believe it is a good investment. As far as your money, I know public school, you can save a lot of money if you choose that, but I look at it as an investment in their future, their education, them growing up into being a responsible, mature young adult, developing as a strong Christian as they become an adult, and I wouldn't change it for all the money in the world. I wouldn't. So.
Thank you.
Emily Thompson, EMILYTHOMSON,
And you are what year?
a junior,
And you're going to graduate in
2015.
2015. Okay, fabulous. All right, so tell me why it is that you ended up coming to Holy Cross as a freshman.
Well, I had a lot of family history here at Holy Cross, and so kind of growing up, I always knew that's kind of where I wanted to be. And I just whenever I shadowed, I tried it out, and I really loved the atmosphere and kind of fell in love with just how small of a school it is, and it's just so easy to know everybody, and it's just such a different and unique school that I really liked it.
Now, I know, you said you run cross country and track, but because of the size of the school, if there were other things that you wanted to try, other clubs, if you wanted to, for instance, do some drama or whatever, would you have that opportunity here? Because in some bigger schools, I think you get kind of pigeonholed. They say, Emily, you're really good at running. That's it. That's all you can do.
Right, yeah. Well, at Holy Cross, I definitely have the opportunity to do lots of different things. I'm involved in a lot of different clubs, and then I do play 2 sports, and then I know if I wanted to pick up, another one, it'd definitely be possible here, just because the coaches are so willing to work with you, and all the, club leaders and everything definitely make it possible for you to be flexible and do lots of different things here, which is another great thing about the school that I really love.
That's fabulous. And then you said you really like the community here. You like the Holy Cross community. Tell me a little bit about that feeling of what it's like
It really gives you a sense of belonging here just because it's so small. You get the chance and so many opportunities to really get to know everyone that you can really count on everyone to be there for you. And it's a great support system for anything, you know, if you ever needed anything, you can always count on your Holy Cross family here. And it's just such a sense of belonging here because you really do have such a family atmosphere.
What about, you're doing a great job. You really are. You're doing better than the adults. So if you were talking to some friends who were in 8th grade and they were trying to decide where to go to school, and they maybe didn't even live near Holy Cross. Maybe they didn't know much about Holy Cross. Maybe you met them at a cross-country meet someplace else. What would you tell them, you know, why Holy Cross would be a great school for them to come to?
I would definitely tell them to give it a shot and, you know, come out and try and shadow because Holy Cross is such a unique school and so different that you really should try it out because I think just the great atmosphere is everyone gets to know each other through so many opportunities, and at a lot of different schools you don't get the opportunities that you do at Holy Cross, so I definitely tell them to come out and try it and because it'll definitely open a lot of doorways for them.
What about, you know, you're the only co-ed Catholic school.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, I really like it because once you graduate and you're out into the real world, there's no more all girls or all boys like in the working atmosphere, you know. It definitely prepares you for college and to go out and get a job and everything because you're not going to go get a job and be working with all females or all males. So it's definitely helpful.
Yeah, not unless you're a nun or a priest.
Right.
And even then, that's not what happens. Let's see. Oh, they said, what is your favorite thing about Holy Cross?
My favorite thing about the Holy Cross is probably the family, and because it really is a family, and then it gives you so many opportunities here at Holy Cross because it's so small and there's so many different ways to be involved and do different things here, and it's just a great experience overall.
Do you feel like the teachers, because it is smaller, the teachers, the faculty, it knows who you are?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of the faculty and staff here will, you know, ask me about how my uncles are doing because, you know, I've had so many family members here that you really get the chance to know a lot of faculty members and staff and get close to your teachers and everything.
Do you have friends who don't have past family that have gone here? Do they still get, they still get that good attention?
Definitely, yeah. The teachers will do everything, you know, to try and connect with you and have a better relationship with you here.
Do you have fun here?
Yes, we have a lot of fun. We do lots of different things and activities, and we have like our guild system, and so that we get to interact, you know, with all levels and all grades. So we do a lot of different fun things to interact with each other, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
My final question for you is, it's almost time for school to start up again. Is school something, Holy Cross, is it something that you look forward to coming back to?
It is. I mean, I know not a lot of people are like, oh, yay, school is starting. But, you know, here at Holy Cross, I mean, it's just so good to be able to come back and get to see everybody again and kind of reconnect with everyone. And it's something I'm really looking forward to.
Very good. Thank you, Emily. That was.
You are what year?
The 10th grade, sophomore year.
So you're going to be a sophomore?
Yes, ma'am.
And what year will you graduate?
2016.
All right, very good. So how is it that you came to Holy Cross? How did you choose this school?
Basically chose it because it's a small
Can I
school.
see something here? I'm hearing you better than I'm hearing Carlos. You don't have a microphone on, do you?
No, maybe it got turned off?
Okay, thank you, sir. It's good. It's good.
You know, Karen put that on him. Did you
Yeah.
turn on?
Yeah, but the other one's unplugged, so it would be the only one that would be giving us any sound. Yes, that's A-okay.
All right.
Let me check something here first.
Last summer, my daughter had to do all this for a presentation. And it was kind of fun, though. It was fun to see her show up in the videos and like, here's the uniform pamphlet that they hand out to everybody. So you'll be all over the place.
Okay, I'm rolling.
All right, Carlos, let's go back to how was it that you chose Holy Cross?
I chose it basically because I knew it was a small school and be less distractions, and plus Fuchs did give me like an envelope and showed me all the colleges, like from graduations and all that. And I just kind of liked it after that. Just
Yeah. It sounded like we had some great opportunities.
yeah.
So, and you play a sport?
This one football.
Football, all right. And what about the football team here, or all the sports teams? What are sports like here at Holy Cross?
You will have a chance to play. You will. Like my freshman year, I played basically every single game at Holy Cross.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I love that. Were you also able to do other things besides, if you know, and I don't know what else you're into, but if you know, when you look at the population of students here, let's say you're a football player, could you also go off and do like the art club too? And
You can actually make your own clubs here. Like if you get a group of kids together and like an associate, like a teacher or something, you can make your own club.
so there's lots of opportunities.
There's lots of opportunities here in the school.
So I think big schools, it gets tougher and tougher to have, and I'm not sure why that would be, but you kind of get pigeonholed. You're a football player, Carlos. You just play football.
Yeah, and then especially at big schools, you had to try out for sports. Here, like they would just let you, like you could just be on the team already, just show up.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah,
Because when you're in high school, honestly, you should still be able to dip your toe into all sorts of different things to see what it is what you like the best.
and they always want you to be involved in the school. Like no matter what you do, they just want you to be involved.
Well, what do you think about the fact that this is the only co-ed school? You know, being a co-ed Catholic high school versus being going to an all-male or all-female. What is it about co-ed that you enjoy?
I just don't like being around a lot of other boys. I really don't, because I've been to all boys school,
Mm-hmm.
and it really didn't work out for me. It didn't at all, because we got in trouble, fights. Because when you get a lot of boys together, you're usually going to misbehave and all that. To me, you are. And then we get a lot of girls together, you have a lot of talking and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they said boy and girls schools do better than like all boys and all girls schools.
So you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've seen you in action too. The ladies like you, so no wonder you like it. So what would you tell me is your favorite thing about Holy Cross High School?
Basically almost everything. I love the pep rallies, football games, basketball games, just different events like, let me see, what do you like, the homecomings and all that. Like it's just real fun here. I just really like it.
This is a fun school, isn't it?
Mhm.
What makes it so much fun?
Basically like the teacher, like Miss Burks, she was the teacher I had last year. She made the classroom fun every single day. Like always has stories to tell, and she gets involved with us. And like that's one teacher I'm probably going to miss next year
Yeah.
coming up.
And do you feel like the faculty here has time for you, for Carlos? Like if you have issues with something, do they know who you are and then will help you?
That's the thing about it, because we're a smaller school, so they get to know us better. So that's basically why I kind of did come here, because teachers know me.
Yeah.
Even the upper class teachers know me.
And does the school, do you know lots and lots of the students here?
Yeah, we all know each other, because it's a real small school, because we all just know each other, that's all.
They say the community here, the community of Holy Cross is very strong and very kind. Is that something you find too?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Like sometimes you might have a little
Yeah.
disagreement, but other than that, I find it true.
Yeah. I mean, do you find that, did you go to a Catholic middle school or
I
elementary
went to JSP. I went to Moore last year, so it was a high school and middle school. So, because we had a lot of people graduate from 8th grade, like over 600-700. Yeah.
This is a way different school. What do you think about being in a Catholic school?
I think it gives me a better opportunity to go to college than a JSPS school, to be realistic.
Yeah.
Just-
Well, good. You know, and as far as the theology, the religious aspect of it, is that something that?
Yeah, something like I'm not Catholic, but I learned a new religion when I come here, something new.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, just different stuff like saints and all that. I didn't really know about Catholics and all that, because I'm Baptist.
Yeah. I'm a Methodist. But do you feel like they work hard to help you become a good human being here?
Yeah, They do, because we have mass, and then they always talking about being a good person here and all that, and you won't achieve by being negative and all that, which is true, because I saw it happen.
Yeah. I like the fact that you've seen both sides of it so that you can really speak to whether or not, because you do want as a parent, you want your child to not just get a good education, but to also become a good, solid human,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that can function well in society. So you feel like you're getting that. Yeah. So let's say you have some friends that you're talking to, or some acquaintances that you meet on the football field. You're at a different school, and that's not going to make sense. Let's just say you're talking to some 7th or 8th graders that go to some other school.
Okay.
What are you going to tell them about why they ought to really take a good, strong look at Holy Cross?
Basically, I might just tell them the truth. Just basically, if you come here, you're going to succeed. Like, this school isn't hard to graduate or make good grade school. As long as you do your work, you will succeed in this school. That's bottom line. If you don't, then you just really didn't care and didn't try at all.
And is this school something that you look forward to? I know summer's almost over. Do you look and it's hard for summer to be over with, but do you look forward to coming back and being with your classmates? And
Yeah, I do. 'Cause some of them I haven't seen at all this summer, so I'm going to miss.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that says a lot about a school if you look forward to coming back. Not just for the football, right?
Right.
But all right, so anything else you want to tell me about Holy Cross that I may have missed? What did your family think about you picking Holy Cross, or did they say you have to come here?
Oh, when they found out about, like, when they met Kent and Crumb back in Hollis, they just fell in love with Holy Cross off top. They just really liked it. They really did.
Yeah.
They just, like, they were looking at the schools people went to. Like, last year, I think we made like $3 million for scholarship money with only 46 students. Yeah. Because I was like, wow. And my mom was really, she's like, you staying at Holy Cross. That's what she told me.
And you wanted to, right? All right, let me see if I've missed anything. I've been talking about co-ed. All right, let me ask you this question one more time because I can't remember if I asked you or not. What is it that you think makes Holy Cross special?
That is small, Catholic, and co-ed.
Bingo, that's great. That's fabulous. And all right, so who are you?
Megan Snodgrass, MEGANSNODGRESS.
And you're what year in school?
A sophomore.
And you will graduate in what year?
2016?
That's right.
Okay.
I only know that because Carlos just told me the same thing. All right, so tell us, Megan, why is it that you chose Holy Cross?
I chose Holy Cross because it's like a small community and everybody knows everybody. And like by the second day of school, I already knew like all the teachers and I just kind of felt like I belonged here. And it's like a little home away from home because you're here all the time with extracurricular activities and sports. So I just really felt a part of, they really welcome you into the community.
And I understand that there are a lot of extracurricular activities and students are really encouraged to take part. It's like
Yes.
when the bell rings at the end of the school day, people don't go home.
No, everybody stays here and everybody loves, everybody knows everybody, like I said, and we all just hang out with each other, and there's no, like, you don't see any, like, fights like you would at some other schools maybe, and you're not just like a number. It's not so big. It's like personal, and the teachers really give you that attention.
Good. So you get a lot of, if you have an issue with, do the teachers know your name?
Yeah, all the teachers know my name, and I know all the teachers. And even if I haven't had that teacher for a class before, they still know who I am, and I know who they are.
Now, what kinds of things do you do extracurricular?
I'm in volleyball, and then I have Y Club and the Guild Council. I'm also in, last year I participated in archery, which was pretty cool. It was something new. I wasn't very good,
Katniss?
but yeah, I tried. It was fun. And I think that's everything.
But isn't that nice that you have the opportunity at this school because of the size to try many different things?
Yes, it is. It's very nice because at other schools, you get cut from sports if you're not the greatest player, or you don't maybe it's an exclusive club, and after a certain number, if you try out and you don't get in, well, here everybody's welcome and everybody you can get in, and if you're not good at a sport, you can still be a part of it and you can, you know, cheer on your team.
It's fabulous. It's a great thing. What about the idea of this being a co-ed school versus all male or all female? Because there aren't any other Catholic schools here that in the city that are co-ed.
Right. Well, I actually thought about that a lot when I was making my decision, and I realized that you get a lot of different perspectives, and it's not just, you know, it's all your friends, but you get like a boy's perspective on things instead of just all girls for me. And it's when you go to work or you're in college, you're not going to have just all girls or all boys, if I was a boy. And so you need to get that experience with being able to work with them, so with everybody.
Both sexes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say to a 7th or 8th grader who was, you know, is just kind of shadowing around, trying to figure out what school to go to, and maybe hasn't heard about Holy Cross?
I'd say I know it's a really hard decision, and it took me a while to decide, but I don't think I could have made a better decision when I decided. I really like it here, and I feel like I belong. And, you know, if they were to come here, I'm sure everybody would welcome them like they did me. And I know they would love it. They have so many opportunities, and all the teachers, because it is personal, they push you to do your best. So they know what you're capable of, and you're really challenged here.
Did you have family members who came here too? Is that?
I did. My mom and my dad went here, and I think my uncle, Not really sure, but yeah, I had several.
Do you live in this area?
Yes, I do. I live in Shively area, I guess,
Okay.
somewhere.
All right. So this is kind of also a convenient.
Yeah,
school
it's
for
a
you.
convenient school for me.
Very good. All right. So last question. What is your favorite thing about Holy Cross?
Oh gosh, I like a lot of things about Holy Cross, but probably I like that it's a homey feeling and it's personal, and I like that there's so many opportunities and you're not and you're challenged and they push you to do your best, because at some other schools you could be just a number and it's not as personal, and some teachers won't know what you're capable of, but here everybody knows that what you can do, and they really challenge you to do your best, and they care.
Perfect. Nicely done, Megan.
Thank you.
Okay, my name is Becky Schafflein. BECKY SCHAFTLEIN.
And you are whose mother?
I am Megan Snodgrass's mother.
Very good. All right. So now, did you go to Holy Cross as a?
I did. I graduated in '87, and I loved it. Loved every single second of it here, and made lots of great friends, and still have friends to this day that I keep in touch with, and wonderful place, yes.
What is it that makes? Because everybody I talk to feels that way.
Yes.
What is it, do you think, that makes Holy Cross such a special place?
It's a family. We are such a huge family, and it's just about community. It's about us, just collaborating together and taking care of our kids and making sure that they have a great future and a bright future. And it's not, it's not just about, it's a wonderful education, but it's not just all about that. It's about our time together and our support of one another. And that's what this place is all about, is support.
Why is a Catholic education important, do you feel, for Megan?
Oh, it's very important. I think that her morals and values are instilled in a place where we are all the time, and she has that opportunity to grow and develop in that area. And we have, Jesus all around us at all times, and it's great because she can be here and freely, have that part of her life and not be afraid, to experience that and to grow in that area. Yeah.
So one of the things that she loves about the school, and I imagine you can tell me this, but one of the things that you probably enjoyed too, was the fact that she says she has so many opportunities here because it's smaller
Yes.
than she might have had if she'd gone to a larger school.
Absolutely. We've of course shadowed, and she went through all the orientations and open houses, and we came here, and of course with me being an alumni, that was a big factor. But when we came here, the opportunities are tremendous. I mean, they are just, there's so many things that she can do and feel comfortable doing whatever she wants to do. And, you know, that encouragement from the staff here and the teachers, they're all so willing to let her explore whatever she wants to do and encourage her to do what she wants. And she can do academics, she can do social, she can do sports, she can do just so much to make her grow to the person that she wants to be.
So I do think sometimes when we're 13, 14 years old, we may think we wanted to be this and play this sport and do this, you know, we're into, I don't know, drama or whatever. But,
Right.
But by junior year, you may not have those same aspirations. So here at this school,
Oh,
can you
yeah.
move freely amongst?
Absolutely. She has come in, you know, at the beginning of her freshman year, she came in and said, okay, I'm going to do basketball, I'm going to do volleyball, I'm going to do all of this. And then already at the end of her freshman year, she's already changing her ways. And, you know, she wants to, you know, strictly stick with volleyball, and she wants to really put her heart into that. And but then she also wants to dive into KYA, and she wants to be part of CUNA, and she wants to be part of all the different things that she can put, you know, her service and be able to give back to the community. So she's really, it just gives her so many opportunities here, yeah, to do that.
And as a parent, I would assume that makes you very proud.
Oh, absolutely, because she's a very bright little girl, and she has so much to give, and Holy Cross allows her to do that. I mean, they just all the time have opportunities for her to give back and to be part of a really giving community, and that allows her to do that.
Let me see. What about the quality of education? You went here, she's going here. How does that stand out in your mind?
Oh, excellent. I think that Megan is a very smart girl, and she can get a great education anywhere. But by coming to Holy Cross, I think that the teachers here and the programs that have been selected for Megan are very personable, and that they are so that she can excel with where she is with her learning, and how she can just go leaps and bounds onto where she wants to go. And I think that's because the staff here allows that, and they push for that, and they challenge her for that, and they're going to expect that expectation is very high, and so she's going to meet that expectation, and they're going to make sure she does it, which is great.
What are your thoughts about co-ed versus all male or all female?
We thought about that for a long time, what she should do. Should we go to an all-girls school, or, but when it came down to it, this is life. This is the way life is, and in the real world, and when she gets out there in real life, she has to work in a community of men and women, and why not start that now? And she came from a great school with boys and girls, and I just felt like, it was just a continuation of her way of life and the way things are, yeah.
And so what would you tell a parent whose child is in 8th grade and I don't know, maybe hasn't even shadowed yet, but what would you tell a parent about Holy Cross?
I think that the best choice that they could make is Holy Cross, because not only do they have, or will they have, the support system here, not only will they have the best staff that will take care of them and know their child, but the communication and the love that goes on at this place is just amazing. And they would feel safe and get a great education.
And really bloom into the person that they are meant to be.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Just grow and just become that person that they're meant to be. That's right. Yeah.
I'm Matt Bearden, Bearden.
Missy Bearden, Missy Bearden.
Because Missy, I put MSSIE or something.
That's okay.
So you have how many students here?
We currently have a senior that's going to be a senior, and we're going to have an incoming freshman.
And what is it about? Well, first of all, I love what you just told me. There's a special little story about Holy Cross that involves both of you, as far as
Right.
Yes.
We're both graduates. I graduated in the class of '88. She graduated in the class of '89, and we met here and started dating here and got married, and now our kids are going here.
So you have a real affinity towards Holy Cross.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
What is it about this place?
Well, it's small. It's a close knit. It's almost like a family. we're not the only alumni here. We're not the people we knew in high school. Their kids are going here. It's a community type of atmosphere, and we wanted to share. We want our children to kind of share in that as well.
To me, really, I think this speaks volumes. There are so many teachers that went to school here, and now they're spending their lives, dedicated to this school.
Yeah.
That says a lot to me. Yeah.
And as we've interviewed them, they are very passionate.
Yes.
What about the size of the school? I mean, how is that advantageous to your children's and to obviously both of yours education?
Well, there's the student-to-teacher ratio. You hear a lot about that, and I think the what you hear is correct. I mean, my son, the 3 years he's spent here, he's gotten a lot of one-on-one attention. A lot of teachers have spent time with him that they may not have been able to spend with him at a bigger school. It's really helped him to excel the 3 years he's been here.
Sports-wise, it's wonderful because he had the opportunity to play the two sports that he loves, which at a lot of the bigger schools he would not have had that opportunity. And that's helped his self-esteem as well.
See, and
So,
that's
yeah.
one of the things that we were talking about, and I don't know with the students if they understood what I was trying to say to them, but,
Right.
but being able to shift and do and in high
Oh, yeah.
school,
Right.
because we don't really, in high school you think you know what you want to do and what you want to be, but
Well,
you have the
my youngest son who's coming here, he's started his fall sports. He's an incoming freshman, and he's doing football and soccer at the same time. Which sounds crazy, but he's getting to do something that a lot of people won't be able to do. If he'd went to another school, he had to pick, and then there's no guarantee he would have made the team or even got on the field. And here he'll get to play, and that's important to him. I know I don't want it to sound like sports is the be-all, end-all, but it is important that he's getting to experience that.
Right.
Yeah.
Time management as well.
Oh, yeah.
Really. Keeping up the grades and doing all the sports.
Yeah.
Well, that is
Yeah.
one of the things that
Yeah.
that you do get out of
Yeah.
those sports
Oh, yeah.
is time management.
Right.
Definitely.
And as far as the quality of education, it's a smaller school, and we
Right.
talked about so many of the teachers coming back who were students here themselves. But
Right.
describe the quality, would you?
Well, just the programs offered. Our oldest, he just finished, his ACT, SAT prep, and they do, I'm sure
Cambridge.
the
Mhm.
Cambridge
Yeah.
testing. I mean, that's made a huge difference in him. I mean, his ACT score was off the charts this time, whereas, I don't think it would have been if he hadn't taken so many practice tests, if he hadn't been kind of drilled in the importance of it up until this point. And, I mean, it's made a world of difference to him.
And he's taking college credit classes. I mean, the whole program is college, it's preparatory for college. And I feel like it really is preparing him for college. I know several students that have moved on and said that they were, more than prepared when they got to college, and that's the important thing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So.
What about the fact that this is a Catholic education?
Well, we're both obviously we're both Catholic. I don't know if it's obvious, but we're both Catholics,
Yeah.
and both of us not just high school. We spent 8 years in parochial schools, and then 4 more years in high school, so a total of 12. And it's kind of made us who we are, and there's a strong, I guess, Catholic history within both of our families, and we're raising our children the same way. So there really wasn't ever a doubt that we would send our kids to Catholic schools. It was always very, very important to us.
Do you feel like it's helping them to be helping them to be good human beings? though?
Absolutely. The service programs, basically the retreats, all the morals that they're taught. But the basic, just really, I think going out in the community with the service has really helped our oldest. Not only with helping others, but as well as deciding what he wants to do with his life. So I think it was a really good experience for him.
Last fall, we
Yeah.
took him, and his little brother was in 8th grade last year, and they were doing, for his junior year service project, and his little brother was his 8th grade service project. We took him to the Lord's Kitchen, and we sat there and kind of watched them, and it was an experience that they wouldn't get anywhere else. I mean, they were interacting with the people there eating, helping them, and it was really neat. And I don't know if they would have done that if they would have went somewhere else.
Yeah. It is neat. So if you were, do you all live in this area?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so let's say you're over in the Highlands, or you've gone out to where Mark lives in Lake Forest. What would you tell to a family out there as why they ought to really give Holy Cross a second look or a first look?
Well, it's, obviously you got to do what's best for your child. You got to do what's best for you and your family. So there's a lot of factors that come into play. But if your child is someone who needs more one-on-one attention, or it's kind of the big fish in a small pond, or little fish in a big pond type mentality. If he needs more, or he or she needs more one-on-one attention, this is the place. This is somewhere where they'll be given every opportunity to succeed. It's almost like, this sounds corny, but it's almost like they're a seed, and there's a lot more fertilizer here for that one seed than there would be somewhere else. I mean, that's my opinion.
Definitely, I think so too. I think it's worth the drive in a lot of cases, because a lot of the bigger schools, they're wonderful too, but if you're kind of middle of the road, a lot of times in the sports or even academically, you may stand out a lot more at a small school, and I think that really helps their self-esteem. I think it's worth it in the small school, just to really, through those teenage years, it's difficult, and if you can build them up in any way, I think that would really help.
Okay, so here's the question. Obviously, co-ed was a good thing for the two of you.
Yeah,
Right.
The question they have on here for me is why coeducational versus all male or all female?
Well, it was the whole single gender thing's kind of counterintuitive to me personally, just because, I'm a professional person. I've been in the workforce, 20, 25 years. There's always been women everywhere I've worked. I went to grade school, elementary school with women, and then I went to coeducational high school. So I just don't see any benefit to gender-specific schools. I really don't. And people tell me, oh, there's brotherhood aspects, that type of thing. You get to bond with your other male friends. You're gonna live your life. There's gonna be women out there. You need to learn how to interact with them. I mean, I think it might be the same way.
Absolutely. And we actually have 3 sons. So when I was kind of thinking about the coeducational factor, I started thinking about it, and I really wanted him to be in school with the opposite sex, because when he came home the very first year and he was like, well, I had to do a project with, someone from the opposite sex, I thought that is great, because he's getting a different perspective on things.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's very important. So I think that's the main reason.
Yeah. Let me see. I think that is everything we need.
My name is Brooke Shields, BROOKESHIELDS.
And what year will you be?
I will be a sophomore this year,
Graduating in what year?
2016.
If all goes well.
Yes.
It will all go well. So how did you choose Holy Cross High School?
I chose Holy Cross. I just went to a bunch of their open houses and I shadowed, and it just really felt like home to me. And all the students were so friendly, and the teachers, it just felt like home.
So you shadowed other schools too?
Yes, I shadowed other schools too.
And I guess in that case, you probably shadowed some all-girls schools?
Yes, I did.
What is the thing that you like about a co-ed school?
I like the co-ed school because when I think about my future, I think about getting a job. And when I get a job, you don't just work with all males or all females. You work with both genders. And I think it's really important to be able to learn how to communicate and interact with them now.
Yeah. What is it that you would say is your favorite thing about Holy Cross?
My favorite thing is probably all the opportunities they have here. They have so many opportunities. I mean, you can play in almost any sport you want to. You can join any club. And they really encourage you to do that, and they support you in whatever you do.
It sounds to me like when the bell rings at the end of the day, I don't know if you have a bell, but at the end of the day, people don't rush out the door and jump in the car or jump in a bus or whatever. They stick around and do things.
Yeah, we always stay after school for some kind of club or some kind of sport, or we just stand in the hallways and talk to our teachers if we have a problem, or just talk to them. And we talk to our friends that we meet and stuff. So
in a school this size, what is, do the teachers all know your name? Do the teachers know the students really well?
Yeah, the teachers really know the students well, and especially since it's smaller, it's easier for them to know us better, and like they don't just know our name, they know personal stuff about us, and they actually care about us. So
if you're having trouble in a subject, do you feel real comfortable about getting the extra attention you need?
Absolutely. I mean, they're always there during our study hall time or after school. They're always there for us, and just no matter when.
It does sound like this is a really wonderful community.
Yeah, it really is. I really love it here.
What about Catholic versus like a public school? How do you think a Catholic education is different, and what do you enjoy about it?
Well, I am Catholic, and I really want to learn about God and Jesus in the classroom, and that we really do that here. And we have Mass once a month, and that really helps really helps me grow stronger spiritually and mentally. So,
Do you think it's helping you to develop into to develop your morals and your values? Do you think that's helping you more so in this kind of environment than you would be able to do in a public school?
oh, definitely, yes, for sure.
Tell me about that.
Because, like, I feel like we're all here for some reason, and it might not be the same reason, but I just,
That's a hard question.
yeah, that is our question.
That was too hard. That was too deep. Sorry. So let's say you're talking to a little group of 7th and 8th grade, or tell me this first. What kind of extracurricular activities do you do?
I play volleyball, I play basketball, I'm in Y Club here, I'm in their guild council, and I think that's it.
Busy young lady.
Yeah.
What would you tell though to some students that were unclear? They didn't, they're 8th graders. They just can't figure out where to go to high school. What would you say to them? Wow, are you all right?
Yeah, it fell off.
Oh, okay. What would you say to them? If you were recruiting them, what is it about Holy Cross?
Holy Cross is just different, and you get the opportunities to do something you've never done before, and you can try something new that you never thought you could do. And Holy Cross, they kind of find your undiscovered talents that you have by like encouraging you to try something new.
What have you tried new that you didn't know that you could do?
I have tried Guild Council, and it was different because it's like the student council, but it's like a different take because we have guilds, and they really helped me come out of my shell more when like more sociable with other people. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. That's a nice thing.
Yeah.
Do you have any family that went here?
Yes, my aunts and my uncles went here, and also I have several cousins that went here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very good. And do you live in this area?
Yeah, I live in this area.
Does Holy Cross have good uniforms?
I would say so. I mean, they are kind of expensive, but they are worth the money.
You have
They've
a
held
lot
up.
of different options, don't you?
Yeah, we have 3 different color skirts. We can wear navy or khaki pants, and we can wear the white shirt that I have on or a maroon shirt.
Do you feel like Holy Cross is a place that will allow you to become the person you should be?
Yes, I do. I do believe that. I don't know why.
That was such a good sentence. Why don't you tell me that sentence? Something like that. Holy Cross is a place where.
Okay, a Holy Cross is a place where they push you to become the person that you want to be, and they want you to be the best you can be. So.
Isn't that great?
It is great.
Very good. Thanks.
Jim Moran.
Can spell them.
JIMMORAN.
And what year are you?
I'm gonna be a sophomore this year.
You'll be a sophomore, so you'll graduate in what year?
2016.
Very good. So what types of things are you into here at Holy Cross?
Academics is my first priority, and then I play football and I do powerlifting. So I'm in Guild Council, so we make decisions for the school.
So would you say, how did you make the decision to come to Holy Cross?
I came out here for a football camp, actually, and I met Coach Fletcher. He used to coach out here and work out here, and then got in touch with Coach Crumbacker and Mr. Fouché, and felt like I'd really fit in here, so I want to come here.
So did you go to middle school around here?
No, ma'am. I live out in J-Town, went to St. Edward, so.
So, all right, good. Very good. So making the decision to come to Holy Cross, you kind of went out of your little comfort zone a little bit, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have any friends that came here with you?
I didn't know anybody who came out here, so.
And how has that worked out for you?
It's been pretty great. It's like having like a fresh start, so you got to meet a lot of new people and making a bunch of new friends, so it's been good.
And do you find that are students welcoming here, even though a lot of them are from here, this area? But
Yes, ma'am. They're very welcoming. Everybody open arms. Really excited to have new people out here, and so it's a great place to be.
when you shadowed, did you shadow here?
Yes,
When
ma'am.
you shadowed, what kind of feeling did you get about this school?
That they were like a family. Everybody's very close knit, and they were all. It's a lot of fun. Everybody is real close, so it's pretty great.
I bet it was. What about the teachers? Because it's a smaller school, did the teachers know who you are?
Yes, ma'am. Any teacher, regardless of what grades they teach, tend to know exactly who everybody is. So it's pretty nice to be able to interact with them, depending even if you have classes with them or not.
And it's good that you said it's pretty nice instead of it's pretty awful.
Yes,
They know
ma'am.
who I am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, this, I am assuming you shadowed other schools as well.
No.
No, only a school.
Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
So, I don't know if this will make a whole lot of sense to you then, but you know, as far as Catholic schools go, you had pretty much choice of all male
Yes, ma'am.
or this one co-ed school, and so I'm curious about your co-ed experience.
Well, I think it's real. I think it works out really well because most students come from a co-ed middle school or grade school. I know a lot of people, you know, if you go to all boys school, it's the brotherhood feeling, or all girls school, it's the sisterhood. But I think everybody here is a family since we're a co-ed school, so I think that works out really well.
Bingo. See,
That was it. I was like, when he said that, I was like, Jim, I love you.
when there are certain sound bites we need people to give us, and they're like,
Did
ah.
you see me shaking my head when I was saying it? I was like, oh, Jim.
So, what is your favorite thing about Holy Cross?
Favorite thing about Holy Cross is the numerous opportunities I had to succeed, whether through academics or athletics. So I think that it really is the gateway to college. Like they always push, they're really college oriented, and I think that's going to help me out a lot.
Well, too. I think that's a great thing. So, let's say you're talking to an 8th grader in J-Town that you see over at the Kroger there by Stony Brook. Oh, you see him outside the Stony Brook movie theater.
Yes,
And they say, oh, you go to Holy Cross? What's that school all about? What would you tell them to get them to come over here and shadow?
I think the best thing for them is, especially if it's a small school and everybody's really close, and regardless of what you do, any sports or any interest you have, there's something you can fit in here. I think that's a big thing. People are scared about high schools not being able to fit in. I think Holy Cross provides everybody that kind of like security blanket of being able to be accepted for who you are.
I know your parents are making a big commitment to drive you out here.
Yes, sir.
Has it been worth it? And you look at Kirby when
Yeah.
you answer.
Has it been worth the big long drive?
Yes, ma'am. I think it's worth every dollar they spend and every time they had to bring me here to school because it makes my day even better. Like I always tell everybody, live in the dream, go to Holy Cross High School.
That's very cool.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
it's almost time for school to start back up again. Believe it or not, I hate to tell you that, but do you look forward to coming back to school?
I do. We have football every day and school every day, and get to see all my friends and stuff. So a lot of the teachers are really exciting. Some of them you miss, some of them you don't, but it's gonna work out regardless.
Yeah.
It'll be awesome.
Did you grow up going to a Catholic? Yeah, you went to. So is having a Catholic education? Do you understand why that might be important? I mean, do you feel how it's important in helping you to form values and morals and that type of thing?
Yes, ma'am. I think it's really important to have religion and school together. I've always been one of those people that I like having, being able to express my faith in my classroom. So I think that's a really important thing for me.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's also something that I don't know how to say it gives you more structure in the school, but I think you do probably have more a bit more structure when
Yes,
you go to
ma'am.
a Catholic school. And how is that of a benefit to you as far as learning is concerned?
Well, I think when you're learning and have a better structure, I think it makes for better progress and makes for a better success rate than having a bunch of people who don't know what's going on or there's no control over them in the room. I don't think that would work out very well for you.
Yeah. All right. So tell me, for our final little interview question here, what is it to you that makes Holy Cross so special?
Holy Cross to me is so special because, like I said, everybody can fit in. You have the keys to success, and I think just it makes you a better person to come here. I think you really find out who you are in high school, so you might as well be at a place where you can be who you are to, find out all about yourself. I think that works out by coming to Holy Cross High School.
That was great.
That was great.
Now, because you
Jim,
do
I wanna
wait
hug you
a
right
minute,
now.
just a minute. But I need you to do it again. And the only reason is because you said, and it was perfect. But you said, like I said, and then just in case I cut out whatever it was you said before, it won't make any sense,
Okay.
or it will be kind of weird. So, tell me again, what is it, in your most animated way, what is it that makes Holy Cross High School so special to you?
Holy Cross High School is so special to me because in high school you find out what kind of person you are, who you truly are. I think Holy Cross can provide you to be who you are. And you can act. You don't have to act like a different kind of person just to fit in. You fit in regardless of who you are.